Broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Yeah, hello everybody. My name is Klaus Holzhauser from PAC. Warm welcome to everybody. I'm happy that you are with us, and we want to introduce today our IoT survey. So that's a new research format we are planning this year in our IoT research team. And we want to introduce to you today how it works, how to participate, and of course also there's a time planning from our side and what we want to achieve with this new research format. So a few information about the survey. The IoT survey we are planning is the world's first annual survey on IoT platform. We want to interview 2,000 users of IoT platforms. So developers, administrators, consultants, which using your platforms. And we want to evaluate with this IoT survey the top 50 leading IoT solutions or platforms globally. So that's our goal for this year. And a few words only on my side, who I am. So my name, as I said, Klaus Holzhauser. I'm in the industry, in the software IT service industry since more than 24 years now, with PAC since 2006. And I'm one of the MDs for Germany, but for me, the important role is I'm heading our research team on digital and IoT globally. And I'm working on many different research projects, strategic projects as well as M&A. And with me in the call is my colleague Arnold. So Arnold, maybe you introduce yourself.
Yes, for sure. So hello, my name is Arnold Vogt. I'm an IoT analyst and principal consultant at PAC. I'm working since beginning of last year for PAC here. I'm based in Germany. Before that, I was 2 years IoT lead advisor at another analyst house here in Germany. And before that, I worked many years as an internal market development advisor within IBM. So, and with this, I want to give back to Klaus, and please give us a short introduction about the IoT survey.
Thank you, Arnold. So, first of all, a short overview of the IoT platform providers we want to evaluate, we want to invite to participate in the survey. So that's a list of the platforms which we see as the ones which also fit in our definition and segmentation of IoT platforms. So for us, a platform must be something which is an open, scalable platform with an ecosystem of partners, and we want to approach them on a global scale. Arnold will give you later some details which peer group comparisons we will do and so on. But here's a list of companies we identified so far. And the timeline, for us, it's a very huge research engagement. We start now with the survey. So we launch the interviews and the survey next week. So July is the planned midpoint of the field phase, and the survey is open until September. Then we start the evaluation of the survey results from our side, and we start writing the reports about the different platforms, in the different KPIs and peer group comparisons and so on. And the plan is that we are ready for publication of the results in January 2019. So for now, April until January, then the results and documents will be available.
Okay, so I hand over and talk a little bit about the evaluation criteria. Before I do that, let me make a comment overall on the IoT survey, because I know we have many IoT platform vendors on this call, and I don't want to confuse you with what we are currently doing regarding the IoT survey. This is really a pure user perspective on the market, right, on IoT platforms. So it's not our perspective as PAC, it's really the perspective from the users of IoT platforms. And I don't want to mix this up, the IoT survey, with the Iot Platform Radar, which we are also introduced just some weeks ago into the market, that we will do an update on our Iot Platform Radar. And we have done one in 2017, and we will do an update in 2018. And the Iot Platform Radar is really our PAC perspective. So it's really an analysis, a report from our side. This is really our perspective on the market. We look much broader than in the IoT survey. In the IoT survey, the user perspective is really focusing, okay, on feature and function, on the capabilities of an IoT platform. We see on the other side, when we look into IoT Radar, which is really a much broader benchmark, we also look into the strategy of the providers. We look into the go-to-market. We look into market strengths. And as I mentioned, this is really our PAC perspective on the market. But the IoT survey is really a pure perspective from the users of IoT platform. So don't mix these projects up. It's everything about IoT platforms, that's correct, but it's really on different perspectives on the market. So when we look on the evaluation criteria, we split this up in 6 areas, and we start with the business value. So it's really more looking into the financial aspects of an IoT platform. Then we go on with the implementation. So how well and how easy is it to implement an IoT platform? We are looking into innovation regarding different aspects, and I will show you this in a second. Then we also look into customer satisfaction in different areas, and we also look into the user experience. And don't forget competitiveness, and more or less competitiveness is it's an umbrella. It's more an overall perspective on an IoT platform, which includes also aspects of business value, of implementation, of innovation. So what makes an IoT platform successful out in the market, so that the user is really deciding, okay, I'm using this IoT platform and not the other one. So these are the overall 6 criteria, and as I mentioned, we split them up a little deeper. So we have a questionnaire behind this, and we are asking for several things within this questionnaire regarding business value. As I mentioned, return on investment and effectiveness overall of an IoT platform implementation. We split up in timeline, how fast can you really implement this IoT platform, and also in the overall effort to do this. I talked already about a little bit about the competitiveness, and innovation is, from our perspective, also really important. How fast these IoT platforms are really adapting new technologies like analytics, like edge analytics, for example, machine learning and so on. But we are also looking in other aspects like data visualization around augmented reality. We are looking for new concepts like digital twin. But overall, it's always also very important to understand how simple is it to use it, how fast can you really develop and deploy applications. So we are also looking in this direction from an innovation perspective. And when we go in the next category around customer satisfaction, we are looking for pricing models. We are really looking for how satisfied the users are with these platforms. We are talking about support from the vendors, and security is also a very important topic. And also, to some extent, we look into the partner ecosystem, how satisfied the users are with the overall partner ecosystem. around an IoT platform, and the last criteria is regarding the user experience. So is it really easy to use? Is it flexible, and the performance of an IoT platform, especially for deployments in a large scale? So performance is also really very important. And overall, these are the areas we will look into within this project, which we call IoT survey. When we look into the final results, we will split up the results also into peer groups. From our perspective, this really makes sense. We see differences from a functional capability, so from a focus area of IoT platforms. We see IoT platforms, they focus more on device management. We see other IoT platforms, they focus much more on complex analytics applications. So we will split up the market here again, like we do it in IoT Platform Radar. We do it here in the IoT survey also. But beside capabilities and functionalities, we look also into platforms which have a more vertical perspective. So we are also looking into industrial IoT platforms. Then we will take also a regional perspective, looking more in the direction, okay, what are the key IoT platforms in Europe or in America, because not the big players, but we have several smaller players in regional markets, which we will include here also in the regional perspectives. And then we plan to look also into the feedback we get from the users regarding from large enterprises or mid-size enterprises, so that we can split up the results really in different dimensions. And I think this will be a very helpful tool to see overall what is the perspective of users in different areas. So then I would hand over again to Klaus.
Yes, thank you, Arnold. So when we talk about the results we want to receive and how to use it. So with the results of the IoT survey, we want to give a tool to end users, or with documents to end users, to compare the different platforms and help them, give them some advice to select the right platforms for their own. For you as a platform provider, we want to give you a tool also for your communication and your marketing, so that you can use your results, the comparison, the evaluation about your platform in your marketing activities. And of course, the third group also for your consulting and systems integration partners. Also for them, the results will be a tool or a source of information to identify in which areas they should work with which platform partners. And so we want to address all kind of users for the results, and at the end, all kind of users of IoT platforms. So when we talked before about the timeline, the timeline is we want to start with the survey next week. So next week, the survey will be open, and we want to finish it until 28th of September. So that's a long period where we collect all the data, and so I hope that we get your support as well. So how it works, how to participate. First, we will send out an information pack to you in the next days, and where we invite you to share a link or an invitation to your customers. So we will ask you as platform provider to share the survey, the information about the survey, the link to the survey with your customers, that they participate and give feedback what they're doing with your platform, how they collaborate with your platform, and so on. In parallel, we also ask consulting and system integrators, so the partners of the platform providers, to give us feedback with which platforms they are working, what their experience is with the different platforms, and also which platforms they use for which use cases, and how they collaborate with you, how they are happy with the collaboration, and what it's easy to use it, easy to work with, and so on. So also the questions we want to ask, or we are asking the end user companies, we will ask as well in the consulting. Sorry. And the third group we want to address that we approach independent developer communities, so we also get feedback from this group about the usage and the experience with the different platforms. So if, of course, for us it's important that we have a substantial number of results to do all this evaluation, and as Arnold described before, we have different KPIs, we have different peer groups. So our goal is that we receive 30 complete surveys for each of the different platforms. And so we hope for your support, that you're already sharing it with your customers, that we got the feedback. And then we got the 30 surveys results, sorry, this 30 completed surveys, we are able to do this comparison. And what I said before as well, so we share a link in the next days with you, and you get an information pack that you can share it with your customers, with the organization. And again, the summary, within the in the companies, we hope that we get feedback from developers, from administrators, project managers, and internal as well external consultants. So that's from my side for the moment. So, and if you have any questions about the next steps, procedures, or if you're missing something, please ask us a question. You can use the chat function, or my colleague will also open the mic so that you can ask us directly about how to participate.
Maybe one additional information when we wait for the first question. Here on this page, you see also the link to the web page. So you see already the link where we will include the questionnaire and also later on the informations regarding the IoT platform. So when we have the final results, we will publish them here on the iotsurvey.com web page.
So any questions from the audience?
I hear some background noise, but no questions so far, Klaus.
No questions so far? So, of course, you can also approach us via email. I think you have our contact data. If not, it's for me, it's k.holzhauser@pac-online.com. And my colleague Arnold, you can reach with a.vogt@pac-online.com.
Right. So and then the next steps are really that we will reach out to all of you next week, and we will send you the information package and also the link for your users.
Arnold, we got one question, and the question was if we can explain how we selected the companies for the survey, which we are evaluating.
Right. So basically, this is what we have done also around the radar. So we worked on the IoT platform radar already last year. We looked into many different IoT platforms, and it really depends on the definition, right? What you see as an IoT platform and whatnot. We learned from our perspective, when you have a very broad definition regarding an IoT platform, you're really lost in space. So for example, when you have a broad definition and you say each IoT platform, let's call it that way, is a cloud platform where you can do, which have analytics capabilities and where you can process machine data, is an IoT platform, then you will find hundreds or thousands out there. Our definition of an IoT platform is a little more narrow. So and this brings the number down to the 50 we see here mainly. And our focus is really on two things when we talk about IoT platforms. One thing is really, and when we talk about IoT, we talk about Internet of Things. This means you have to manage data, but you have to manage also the devices. And when you manage data, you have to take into account all IoT applications. We see many IoT platforms out there, but when you combine this with device management, you do not see so many out there in the market. And from our perspective, this is really a key requirement for an IoT platform. You have to manage IoT data, but you also have to manage all the IoT devices. And this is the number of IoT platforms we see out in the market there. Maybe you would expect that we have one or the other IoT platform also included here from big CNSIs. Maybe you are aware of that Atos or Accenture or even Deutsche Telekom, they have IoT platforms. From our perspective, these platforms are not really open IoT platforms, right? So these are IoT platforms, but you cannot access them as a developer, as an independent developer. So you have only the opportunity to use these IoT platforms when you buy a total solution from Accenture. And that's the reason why it's not included, and we do not see these as an open IoT platform. We have done a different radar, a different benchmark on total IoT solution providers, and some of them have their own IoT platform and built total solutions on top of this. So we looked into them end of last year also, but from our perspective, these are the top 50 IoT platforms, open IoT platforms with capabilities in IoT data and device management capabilities we see in the market so far. Hope this helps to explain, but I know always it's a little bit difficult because there are many different definitions out there in the market, what is an IoT platform and whatnot.
Okay, thank you. We received another question, and that was how, which contact we have from the different platform providers. So as an analyst, of course, we talk to the analyst relations people, we invite them, we will inform them, and also the business heads of IoT, as far as we know, the people in most cases we do. And so we go the official way of communication to the analyst relation marketing organizations within the companies. So I hope that answers this question as well. Then another question was if we will provide the results of the survey to the vendors for their own platform. Yes, of course, we will give feedback, and also every user or everybody who is participating in the survey will receive the results, the overview results of the survey as a thank you, or that's clear. It must be output for the participation, and also the vendors who we evaluate get feedback from our side about the results. And then for if you as a provider at the end want to share it with all your customers, so it's something which in all kind of vendor benchmark or product benchmark product from analyst firms is you can have access via reprint write, so that you can use the results about your performance in different criteria within different peer groups in your communication marketing. That's something that you can buy a reprint of the document, but the document itself you will receive, of course. Any further questions? As I said before, you can contact us at any time. Yeah, I hope that we are able to give you an overview about what we want to achieve with this survey. I think it's really a big project, not only for us, and we hope that we can help to make the IoT market overall a bit more transparent. And we are looking forward to collaborate with all of you over the next months. So you will get information quite soon from our side, and then also we will stay in touch and will inform you also in milestones about number of results or completed surveys we receive from your platforms, and we really can collaborate with you to achieve the goal of 30 answers, which helps us to do a proper evaluation after the interview phase after the survey itself. Arnold, any last comments from your side?
No, that's fine. I want to say also thank you for your participation. And when you have any questions, please let us know. We are here to help. And the plan is really that we do this IoT survey on an annual basis, so that we really go on with this project. We do it now for the first time. It's always difficult to do it for the first time, but the plan is really that we do it then annually each year, and this will speed up the process in the future for sure.
But maybe the last information, we have good help from our friends and brothers and sisters from BARC, which are doing on BI tools as annual surveys since many years, which is, I would say, the benchmark within the industry, in the community on BI. And together with them, and we designed this IoT survey, and we want to achieve the same and be the benchmark on IoT platforms from an end user feedback perspective.
And we really see nothing similar out there in the market today.
No, that also was our motivation why we decided to do it. So thank you very much to everybody, and have a great day, have a great evening, depending on which time zone you are located. And thanks for your time.
Many thanks. Bye.